Welcome to Geography Module 06 on World Geography. This video will cover fundamental geographic concepts, including latitude, longitude, and their relationship to time and climate. Let's begin with a question on longitude and time. If it is 12 noon in Greenwich, the time at 60 degrees east longitude would be 4 p.m. This is because every 15 degrees of longitude equals 1 hour, making 60 degrees east 4 hours ahead of GMT. Here is a comparison of latitude and longitude. Latitudes are horizontal lines, such as the equator, used to measure north and south distance. Longitudes are vertical lines, such as the prime meridian, used to measure east and west distance. Latitudes are horizontal lines drawn on the globe, parallel and equidistant, forming great circles. There are 181 latitudes in total, from 90 degrees north to 90 degrees south, including the equator. Latitude determines the Earth's climate zones. The torrid zone, near the equator, is the hottest. The temperate zones, further north and south, have moderate climates. The frigid zones, beyond the Arctic and Antarctic circles, are very cold. Key parallels include the Tropic of Cancer, passing through 8 Indian states. The Tropic of Capricorn marks the southern boundary of the tropical zone. The Arctic Circle is the limit of the midnight sun phenomenon. Horse latitudes are subtropical high-pressure belts. Longitudes, or meridians, are vertical semicircles measuring east or west of the prime meridian at 0 degrees. The prime meridian passes through Greenwich, England. There are 360 longitudes in total. The international date line, opposite the prime meridian at 180 degrees, is where the date changes. A key property of longitudes is that they are all of equal length and meet at the poles. Longitudes are vital for calculating time zones. Traveling eastward, time is added. Westward, time is subtracted. East of Greenwich is ahead of GMT, and west is behind. The international date line is an imaginary line near 180 degrees longitude. Crossing it from west to east means you gain a day, like going from Monday to Sunday. Crossing from east to west means you lose a day, like going from Monday to Tuesday. India's geographical extent is 8 degrees 4 minutes north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north and 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degrees 25 minutes east. Indian Standard Time is based on the 82.5 degrees east meridian, which passes through Mirzapur, ensuring temporal unity across the country. Next, let's look at the significance of Dakshin Gangotri. The correct answer is that it is a scientific base station in Antarctica. Dakshin Gangotri was India's first permanent research station in Antarctica, established in 1983-84, but was decommissioned in 1990 after being buried under ice and snow. The other options mentioned are incorrect. India has 2 other operational Antarctic stations: Maitri, established in 1989, and Bharati, the newest facility, established in 2012. India maintains a continuous scientific presence in the Antarctic region. This map shows the location of India's Antarctic research stations: Dakshin Gangotri, which is decommissioned, Maitri, and Bharati. These stations are critical for scientific research in the Southern Ocean region. Here is a matching question from 2021. The correct answer is D, with the following matches. Gran Chaco is in Argentina, Paraguay, and Bolivia. Yucatan Peninsula is in Mexico. Ozark Plateau is between the Missouri and Arkansas rivers in the USA. Katanga Basin is in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Gran Chaco is a vast, semi-arid lowland region located in central South America, covering parts of Argentina, Paraguay, and Bolivia. It is one of the regions frequently mentioned in international news and environmental reports. The Yucatan Peninsula is in southeastern Mexico, separating the Gulf of Mexico from the Caribbean Sea. It is a major tourism and biological hotspot, frequently featured in news. The Ozark Plateau is a physiographic region in the south-central United States, spanning Missouri and Arkansas. It lies between the Missouri and Arkansas rivers. The Katanga Basin is in the southeastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo, It's a major copper mining area, known for its mineral wealth and associated socioeconomic issues. These regions have been in the news for key environmental and economic events. The Gran Chaco saw wildfires and rapid deforestation. The Yucatan Peninsula was hit by hurricanes and faced controversy over the Maya train project. The Ozark Plateau focused on forest restoration and dealt with unusual icing events. The Katonga Basin saw scrutiny over human rights and child labor due to surging global cobalt demand. Our next question asks for the highest peak of the Appalachian Mountains. The correct answer is Mount Mitchell, which is the highest peak in the eastern United States. Mount Mitchell is the highest peak of the Appalachian Mountains, standing at 6,684 feet in North Carolina. It is also the highest point in the United States east of the Mississippi River. Now, this picture shows the major mountain ranges of the world, such as the Rockies, Andes, Alps, Himalayas, and Appalachians. It especially highlights the Appalachian Mountains of North America, which are rich in mineral resources, particularly coal. This type of map is important for understanding world geography and landmark locations in competitive exams. Now, this picture explains the major mountain ranges of the world and their highest peaks. It includes ranges like the Rockies, Andes, Alps, Himalayas, Atlas, and Appalachians, along with famous peaks such as Mount Everest, Mount Elbert, and Mount Aconcagua. The image also shows how competitive exams use similar mountain names as distractors, making world map and peak location knowledge very important for geography preparation. The other options are incorrect. Mount Elbert is the highest peak of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. Mount Damavand is the highest volcano in Asia, located in Iran's Alborz Range. Mount Elbrus is the highest peak in the Caucasus Mountains of Russia and is considered the highest mountain in Europe. These peaks are essential static general knowledge facts. Now, moving to the next topic. The Andes in South America are the world's longest mountain range, while the Appalachians and Aravallis are among the oldest mountain ranges of the world and India, respectively. The Ural Mountains form the natural boundary between Europe and Asia, and Ojos del Salado, located in the Andes, is the world's highest volcano. Next, let's address the question about Verkhoyansk, the lowest temperature recording station in Siberia. It is situated in the basin of the Yana River. Interestingly, Verkhoyansk became globally important after recording unusual temperature changes in the Arctic region during 2020 and 2021. Located in the Sakha Republic of Russia, it is known as one of the coldest inhabited places in the Northern Hemisphere and is often called a pole of cold. Verkhoyansk is in the Yana River basin of Russia's Sakha Republic. Its deep geographical location traps cold air, leading to extreme temperatures. It holds the records for both the hottest and coldest temperatures north of the Arctic Circle. The other options are major Siberian rivers. Kolyma is farther east, Lena's main channel is west of Verkhoyansk, and Yenisei is the westernmost of the three great Siberian rivers. Now, let's look at the major drainage basins of the world. This map highlights some of the largest river systems, including the Amazon Basin in South America, the Nile and Congo basins in Africa, and the Mississippi-Missouri Basin in North America. It also shows important Asian river basins, like the Yangtze and Ob-Irtish, which play a major role in water resources, agriculture, and human settlements. Our final question in this section asks to match planets with their nicknames. The correct match is Mars as the red planet, Venus as the veiled planet, Saturn as the ringed planet, and Uranus as the green planet. Now moving to the solar system. It consists of the Sun at the center, along with 8 planets, their satellites, and other celestial bodies like asteroids and meteoroids. The planets are arranged in order of distance from the Sun as Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, each revolving around the Sun in its own orbit. Here, we can clearly see the 8 planets arranged according to their average distance from the Sun. Mercury is the closest planet, while Neptune is the farthest. All these planets revolve around the Sun in fixed orbits, forming our solar system. Planets are categorized into inner planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. We'll explore the characteristics of these planets in the next few scenes. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun and completes one revolution in 88 days. Venus, the brightest planet, is known as Earth's twin and the veiled planet. Mars is the fourth planet, known as the red planet. Saturn, the second largest, is famous as the ringed planet. Uranus is the third largest by radius and known as the green planet. Moving to facts about the solar system, it formed about 4.6 billion years ago. The Sun holds 99.8% of the system's mass, powered by nuclear fusion, and its gravity keeps everything in orbit. The terrestrial or rocky inner planets include Mercury, the smallest with no atmosphere. Venus is the hottest with a thick, toxic atmosphere, and it rotates backwards. Earth is the only known planet to support life, and Mars, the red planet, is home to the largest volcano. The Jovian giants, or outer planets, include Jupiter, the largest, known for its great red spot. Saturn is famous for its ring system. Uranus is an ice giant that rotates on its side. Neptune is the windiest planet and is deep blue. Other celestial bodies include dwarf planets like Pluto and Ceres, over 200 known moons, the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, and the Kuiper belt beyond Neptune. The Oort cloud is a theoretical shell of icy debris at the system's edge. Our next question asks which statements about the Bottigheika crater are not correct. Statements 1, concerning its location in Australia, and 3, referring to it as the Sky Inn, are incorrect. Statements 2 and 4 are correct. The crater is a focal point for studying permafrost thaw due to climate change. The thawing of permafrost indeed releases vast amounts of organic carbon, contributing to global warming. Statement 1 is incorrect because the Bottigheika crater is located in the Sakha Republic, Russia, not Australia, as Australia has no permafrost. Statement 3 is incorrect because it is known as the gateway to the underworld, not the Sky Inn. Next, the only landlocked country in Southeast Asia is Laos. This question was featured in the 2023 exam. Laos is bordered by Myanmar, China, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. Its geography is characterized by mountainous terrain and the Mekong River. The map shows Laos surrounded by its neighbors, highlighting why it is landlocked, a key geographical distinction in the region. Africa has the largest number of landlocked countries, with 16. Asia has 12, including the world's largest, Kazakhstan, and the only one in Southeast Asia, Laos. Europe has 14, and South America has 2, Bolivia and Paraguay. North America and Australia have none. Double landlocked countries, surrounded only by other landlocked countries, are Liechtenstein and Uzbekistan. Singly landlocked nations, or enclaved countries, are Lesotho, San Marino, and Vatican City. The final question is a matching exercise from 2023, requiring us to match Australian states with their cities. The correct match is Queensland with Brisbane, South Australia with Adelaide, Victoria with Melbourne, and Western Australia with Kalgoorlie. Now moving to economic geography. Australia and India are strengthening their relations through mining, trade, and strategic partnerships. Kalgoorlie in Western Australia has become important for gold and rare earth processing, while India is exploring lithium and cobalt resources to support its EV mission. At the same time, India is also expanding its diplomatic and trade presence with a new consulate in Brisbane. Now, moving to the political geography of Australia. The country is divided into different states and territories, each with its own capital city. Important regions include Western Australia with Perth, Queensland with Brisbane, New South Wales with Sydney, Victoria with Melbourne, and the Australian Capital Territory with Canberra, which is the national capital. Now moving to an important concept in world geography. This question is based on solstices and equinoxes. In June, the sun is overhead at the Tropic of Cancer, while in December, it is overhead at the Tropic of Capricorn. During the March and September equinoxes, the midday sun is overhead at the equator, which makes option D the incorrect pair. Now, moving to Earth's rotation and solar illumination, The Earth rotates on an axis tilted at 23.5 degrees. Because of this tilt, one part of the Earth receives sunlight while the other remains in darkness, creating day and night. This tilted axis is also responsible for seasonal changes and variations in the duration of daylight across the world. Now moving to Earth's tilt and solar exposure. The Earth's 23.5-degree axial tilt and revolution around the Sun controls seasons and the position of direct sunlight. During June, the Sun is overhead at the Tropic of Cancer, in December at the Tropic of Capricorn, and during March and September equinoxes, it is directly overhead at the equator. Let's begin our world geography quiz. Our first question, Mount Luatobi-Laki-Laki, an active volcano, is located in which country? The correct answer is B, Indonesia. Focusing on recently active volcanoes from 2024 to 2026, Indonesia has high frequency, including Mount Luatobi-Laki-Laki, Mount Merapi, and Mount Ibu and Ruang. India's key focus includes Barren Island and Baratang Island. The Philippines' highlight is Mount Kunlawan. Global volcanic activity includes Reykjanes, Mount Etna, and Stromboli in Europe and the Atlantic. In the Americas and Pacific, we have Hawaii, Popocatépetl, and Mount Yasur. Important terminology includes stratovolcano, shield, and phreatic eruptions. Remember the Ring of Fire and the key geological drivers. The Pacific Ring of Fire is a horseshoe-shaped belt about 40,000 kilometers long. It contains about 75% of active volcanoes and 90% of the world's earthquakes. It is formed by the subduction of the Pacific Plate under other plates. Moving to oceanography, which is the deepest part of the ocean in the world? The correct answer is A, the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, located in the Pacific Ocean. The Challenger Deep, the deepest known point, is approximately 10,984 meters deep. Other options include the Horizon Deep in the Tonga Trench, the South Sandwich Trench in the Southern Ocean, and the Java Trench in the Indian Ocean, all significantly shallower. Here is a map showing the deepest points in Earth's 5 oceans. The Pacific Ocean's Challenger Deep is the deepest, at 10,924 meters. Note the deepest points in the Atlantic, Indian, Southern, and Arctic Oceans. Let's distinguish between the highest and tallest mountains. Mount Everest is the highest peak above sea level. Mauna Kea is the tallest mountain from base to peak. Mount Chimborazo is the furthest from Earth's center. In world geography record breakers, the overall largest desert is the Antarctic Polar Desert, defined by low rainfall. The largest hot desert is the Sahara Desert. In country superlatives, Russia is the largest by land area, and Vatican City is the smallest. Thank you for watching this video. For any queries or further guidance on world geography and geography preparation, feel free to reach out to us at +91 76580 84519.